Ricky Anthony, you're watching Mariners TV.
So another win, another clean sheet. How do you reflect on that game tonight?
It's a difficult one to reflect on, really, because there is such contrasting emotions. Absolutely delighted with the result and another clean sheet. But if the truth be told, really almost bitterly disappointed with the performance itself. But is that in itself a positive in terms of us being so far below what I would consider our par and picking up a clean sheet and 3 points? So I'm not sure how I feel at the moment.
You must feel like there's a lot more to come from the team, though, and that must be very encouraging as well.
We keep saying it, though. We keep saying it every week, pretty much. There's a lot more to come from the team, and there is undoubtedly. Look, we just didn't have enough players tonight that had good games of football. There was maybe 3 or 4 that really did themselves justice tonight. So look, we've got a hell of a lot of good players in that dressing room, and law of averages say that the players, a lot higher number of players will perform better, in future games. And once we get 7 or 8 or even 9 players that are anywhere near the levels that they can play, then we're going to be a real handful. I'm desperate for that day to come sometime soon. I'm sure the fans are as well. I could totally sympathise. There was clear frustration there at times, in the second half with that performance, and I've got absolutely every sympathy with them. Look, the lads, there's no question in the lads' commitment and work rate. That's never, touch wood, never been an issue for us. We just had one of those nights where, culmination of unforced errors just kind of dropped various players' confidence levels, and we struggled to get ourselves out of that trough.
The defensive record has been really solid all season. With another clean sheet tonight, that must be a major positive for you.
Yeah, and I can't really remember Miles having a save to make. They've had a couple of half moments, ironically, when they were down to 10 men. We're starting to, panic, unfortunately. But yeah, look, Miles has had a very quiet night in terms of his hands staying nice and cold, and that's a good reflection on generally speaking how we're defending.
John Shaw got the goal at the end. He must have felt really confident when he's going through on goal that he was going to hit the net.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, I said it in the programme notes that John came to this football club 3 and a bit years ago now as an out and out centre forward. And a fantastic one at that, and he still is, as he's proven. So yeah, look, John took his chance really, really well. I thought he worked his socks off all night. I thought both the full backs really put a great performance in tonight. And we've got lots to pick through ahead of Saturday's game. We've got a trip to Buxton to look forward to, and if we can improve, then we've got a great chance of picking up 3 points.
Conditions weren't the nicest tonight, but the fans turned out in the numbers again, more than 1,200.
Oh, incredible!
What would you like to say to them?
Yeah, I'd like to say thanks for coming. I appreciate how frustrating it was at times to watch. We will get it right, and this almost sounds like a post-match interview after a loss or a draw. But that's just because we set ourselves really high standards, and the reason we set those really high standards is because of what those lads in that dressing room next door have created here at this football club. They've done it. They've set the standards. They've played the level of football that has got 1,200 people willing to come out and watch them on a soaking wet Tuesday night. So they're fantastic. we love working with these lads. They're a fantastic set of individuals and players. We've just had a disappointing night in terms of performance. I hope the fans appreciate that. That's what happens in football sometimes. I'd like to think, over the, whether you look at the last 6 weeks, 3 years, whatever it is, I hope the fans can reflect and look back and think, well, generally speaking, we've had it pretty good. And but me and Graham are always striving for more, and we've got a set of players next door who want to strive for more as well, and that's fantastic.
Just going into trip to Buxton on Saturday, like you mentioned before, how big a test is that going to be, do you think, when we go down there? Massive. Look, again, I think Gainsborough showed tonight that their league placing at this current moment in time, I'll be astonished if that's the area of the table that they finish in come the end of the season. And I would hazard a guess that it's going to be the same for Buxton. They've obviously had a tough start. Sometimes you just, a couple of things might not go quite your way at the start of the season. That then has a knock-on effect. A little, you struggle to get some momentum, you lose confidence, and you can go through those patches. We had a couple of those patches last season. Fingers crossed we don't have as long a periods this season, but we'll undoubtedly have the odd blip moving forwards. So we're just hoping that we can go down there and make sure that we put in a performance that doesn't allow them to come out of their blip. And if we can take 3 points on the road down to Buxton, then that'll be a tremendous result for us.